I'm LP Master 6 and I'm done eating chocolate. So we are going to get right into Classic Parachute after our major big time successes in Modern Parachute. This game is not as good. It's still fine. It's fun enough. I've gotten over 1,000 points in it. With relative ease. Not compared to Modern, but it's still fun. It's still easy. I took a nice break between Modern and Classic here because my friend Cody FaceTimed me, as he does every day, practically. And I was showing his son all of our cats, which I've done before, but, you know, I mean, who doesn't like to see the cats? I was showing off how I can call the different cats. Because if you give Pong to any of the cats, especially if you sing the song, the other cats will come running. So if you'll remember from part 1, Pong is short for Gundi Pong Pong, aka Pong Pong, where you, you know, like you basketball dribble a cat's bum, and aka bum pats. That's a good way to describe it. They go crazy for that. And the song is Punga 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 Junior Punga 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 Junior Punga Punga Punga. Oh no, I shouldn't have sung it. The cats are going crazy trying to come in. Okay, I gotta go give them Pong now. Okay. Whew. I gave the cats what they wanted. Except they all tried to run in afterwards. And by all, I mean Silver and Crombius. Microfabric, you know. They tried to run in here and they're just purring like crazy. And the funny thing is, they get overwhelmed, but they still love it. They just can't handle it. They get too excited about all the Pong. So they go scratch on the carpet or whatever's near them. And we were in the hallway and there was nothing to scratch on. So they were just spinning a little bit in circles. Oh, it's a fun time. I love life with the crats. I said that instead of cats one day and it's really stuck since. Again, more marriage humor, which is the dumbest brand of humor. And some of my favorite. Back to Parachute though. As you can see, this is nonsense, okay? The Mario version was nonsense. I'm going to consider it not canon, but, you know, because that matters. See, I had to laugh there and, like, tell you that it was dumb that I would consider it not canon, because you would think I was serious about it otherwise. And I technically am being serious. I don't think what happens in the, you know, the Game & Watch Gallery remake games with the Mario characters would be canon. Why is the magical airship spitting out all the... I'm not talking about the helicopter, I'm talking about modern mode. Spitting out everybody endlessly for one guy in a rowboat to catch. Now this it makes even less sense. Parachute, I'm going to assume this is war, because everybody made games about war back then. I'm not sure why. Was Japan at war again? I hope not. Poor Japan, they've been through enough. I don't actually know what happened to, like, the Japanese government after World War II, but I would imagine it changed pretty drastically. I'm just glad we're all on good terms after that, you know. That's good. That makes me very happy. I'm sorry, I got distracted. But why is one guy in a rowboat saving these people from the shark-infested waters? Because obviously it's not a cheap chomp this time. It's a shark that's going to kill these people. Which is ridiculous, by the way, because... Well, why would a shark be killing these people? Sharks really are not just dying to eat humans. Unless you're on your period, then they're attracted by the blood and they may attack you. Because it makes them just go crazy because all the blood. But most soldiers are depicted as all just men back in the day, so that makes sense. But why have one guy in a small rowboat? Like, he's like, like the military just calls this one sergeant or whatever, and he's like, okay, Sergeant Mr. Game & Watch, I'm gonna need you to get in that tiny rowboat, because it's the only boat we have left. We're exiting but the helicopter is going down, so you got to catch 1,000 people in this rowboat. What sense does that? That just doesn't make any sense. But, you know, obviously, who cares? So there's my spiel there. There is no difference in the parachuters in Classic. You just got to remember their arcs. So it's simple. It's just simpler Fire again, but still engaging in the same way that Fire was, but in a slightly different way. So I think Parachute is a rousing success. I don't know if it was a million seller. I don't think it was. I used to not like Parachute very much, but I've come around on it. So that's my take on Parachute. Of course, all the modern games have one big plus the classic games don't, and that is background music. I'm not saying they should have added background music, because that, you know, this is preservation stuff right here. One of the reviews I saw on the Wayback Machine for this said, if the nostalgia bug has bitten you, you know, this is the game for you. Nostalgia. A word overused, you know, these days. A thing that people just go crazy for. And, you know, I'm one of them too, but, you know, at a certain point you do overuse a lot of nostalgia stuff. But I think everybody knows that at this point. Like Mario 1 nostalgia, sure, it was cool in 97. You know, like Mario RPG in 96 had a reference to Mario 1. You never get references to Mario 1 back then. So that's cool, because Mario was completely different at the time. Now, I'm sick of Mario 1 references and things. Maybe not musically or anything, because those are just themes of the series, but I think you get what I'm saying. It just feels weird that people had nostalgia for the Game & Watch in the days pre-Game Boy Color. But yeah, no music kind of is a drag. The music in this game is great. I still think my favorite song might be Modern Fire from Gallery 1. In the entire series, at least so far. I haven't played 3 and 4 in a good while. And 4 I actually owned as a kid, so I'm surprised I don't remember any of the songs from that. I remember one of them, but I don't want to spoil what games are in 4, because we're not there yet. We're in 1997, so shut up about that. I will say this game in particular, not 1, but 2, just, it feels like the first game we're doing that makes use of Mario in an all-purpose role, like, in a modern way. Not Gallery 1, and I couldn't put my finger on why for a long time. I think it's both because Gallery 1 was the first one, it was a novelty. It felt like I don't know, it felt like it was leaning into the old, like, art style and, like, sprite designs of characters, but also more modern, but still old, you know. This feels more modern. This feels more like this is what Mario looks like now. You know, this is Game Boy Color Mario, even though, of course, as I've said a million times, this isn't strictly a Game Boy Color game. But hey, the Game & Watch games look more realistic with their, you know, 3 different colors, 4 if you include white. Because they had some pretty nice little screens for what they were, for being calculators, basically. Calculator technology. Lateral thinking with withered technology. I need to read some books about Gunpei Yokoi. He is not credited in this game at all, I don't believe, or the last Game & Watch Gallery game. Well, finish your sentence first. I don't know, it just feels like this is more of a modern take on the Mario characters, which I know makes no sense, but, like, I think it's also because of the Game Boy Color. You know, everything just feels updated, and also because this is when I was a kid. You know, I was alive when this game came out in the West, and Hello, get out of here. I really regret getting all the cats riled. Damn it! God damn it! Well, there's no fever in this game, and we'll get our misses erased soon. I'm pretty sure it's at 500, you know, like most games. And again, I did practice this one, so maybe we won't get it in the first try, but I think so. I think we'll be all right. Well, what was I saying? Ooh, God, this gets tricky. Okay, here we go. And see, we already got that guy, but he hasn't despawned from the screen, which is really confusing. And if you get a miss, you may have noticed one big change is the parachuters don't go away. You have to keep going after a miss and still catch the ones that are on the screen. They don't just disappear like in Modern. So that is way harder. You can just get 3 misses in a row like that easily. So, of course, it gives you enough time to position yourself where you want to be, because I think you can still move on the miss screen. I'm not entirely sure, though, but either way, you can predict whether to press, you know, left once or twice, or right once or twice, or press nothing at all. You know, that is part of the beauty of the Game & Watch games. Well, I guess I'm done ranting about how, you know, we're close in the timeline to where I was alive, so I'm going to feel simultaneously, like, old and like, everything is fresh. I don't know. And we're getting a glimpse of that here. Just, things start to look slightly more modern and more convenient, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it any better than that. I really can't. Oh, it's always satisfying when you do all 3 in a row like that. Oh. I know I had other things to say about Parachute. I am a little nervous about Game B here. I don't think I can get 1,000 points in Game B, like, no matter what. I don't even think I got to a full 800 in practice, and because I was on it for hours, I just gave up. Again, I played this all day yesterday. Today is Tiffany's birthday in Animal Crossing, so I gotta go order her something that she wants from the catalog before 5 o'clock. So I'm playing Animal Crossing New Leaf, not New Horizons. I got sick of that game pretty easily. Very lacking in content. And also, I tried to restart a town, but it was dreadful. All the other games, you feel like you're in it and you're out of the tutorial by the end of the first day. Not New Horizons. You got weeks of what feels like tutorial, and that was fine for a first playthrough, but replayability, ugh. And I've heard other people say the same thing. So on the interwebs, ooh, oh. Remember, we don't get misses erased at 700 in classic versions. So we're on our own for the rest of the game. And I was trying to play with the control pad, but it's just not responsive enough for that. I don't trust it enough. So I am just using A and B, because the control stick is also... It's not a button. I need digital for this sort of thing, not analog. Wow, don't I sound fancy? I swear to God. Okay, we got this. Oh, we don't got this. Why? Oh, shit. I thought we were dead there. Can you calm down, please? Ooh. Okay, it did. 700. I'm very nervous. It did take me several tries to get 1,000. Okay, I say several. It was 2 or 3, which is very much not several tries. I need some more water. I need to go out and get some more water. I've only had 1 water today. I keep waking up late. But this is, you know, my day off. So I only have 8 days off this entire month. This is my 3rd one. I've made sure my wife has appointments every day I have off, except for one day we're going to a friend's birthday. Shit, cut that town name out. Oops. I don't know why I decided to say that. We're going to a town far away for a friend's birthday. And that's the only thing I had planned for January, because I am working a ton. And I really want to, in my days off, sit at home, not be bothered, because I never ever let myself not be bothered with time to myself unless I'm just doing LP Master 6 related stuff, which I do far too often. like I make it my second job. And that's fine because it's still fun. Fuck! But... You know, I want to play Switch games. I'm very behind. So I will see you guys in a minute when I get back to 788. Damn it. God damn it. Oh, so close to the high score. Oh, I'm going to struggle with this more than I thought. This has gotten pretty intense. This run has been so much harder, but it's been good because they're making me practice the all the way right and then all the way left again, over and over. My hands are sweating. We have finally reached 800, which was my threshold for the classic games in Game & Watch Gallery 1, if you'll remember. I can't hear myself. I'm going to take my headphone off now. There we go. Now I feel a lot better. These are very noise cancelly. It's a shame I never use them for anything except recording. I got one miss, but that was just from sheer stupidity, as, you know, happens occasionally. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I was saying, I didn't actually get to denote. Gunpei Yokoi left Nintendo in 97, right? Well, his final game he was credited on, at least for a long time, was Tetris Attack. And we didn't get to celebrate that at all. I forgot. Like, nobody makes mention of that trivia. But the fact he designed most of the Game & Watch games, to my knowledge, especially the early ones. The fact he is not credited at all in the Game & Watch Gallery games, which, you know, were right after his death, especially. This one, I believe, was not long after his death. It could have been right before his death. I'm not sure. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. No, 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 please. Okay. Here's where the commentary goes away, and my focus comes in, at least... Okay, until now, because we hit 900. We can't mess up for 96 more parachuters. Oh my god, I'm nervous. Okay. I gotta distract myself, but not too much. So what's good commentary? For some reason, I've been thinking about pool noodles this whole time. Not sure why. Okay. Listen for the sound. Not for the guys to disappear. See, this is mean. They keep giving us that pattern over and over. It is very difficult. But again, the difficulty curve is quite good and natural. This is a certified classic, you guys. All right. Oh. I'm sorry if any sexual sounds happen that can be taken out of context. Like in Chugga Conroy's original Earthbound. I may have mentioned this before. When he's doing, when a boss is making groaning noises, somebody commented the timestamp and put ear candy. And that always cracked me up for some reason. Fuck! 982? My hands have never been this sweaty. Holy shit. They're like dripping sweat. Oh my god. I gotta take off my professional Nintendo game tester wristband for this. God damn it. It's slightly better because it's not diagonal, but it's just like the classic manhole difficulty, and it kind of pisses me off. Because it's just like, the difficulty is just press a button twice as fast as humanly possible, and sometimes you just can't. So it hurts my feelings. Okay, we're going for attempt number 5. First miss at 974. I think we got this, but I'm not going to get too cocky. All right, I got to focus. So, oh, yes. And it's one of those that doesn't display the full score, which is even more satisfying. It feels like we just truly conquered the game. Oh. Okay, this slowed down a bit too much. Okay, it's been a while since I talked. That was attempt 5 that took an hour and 27 minutes. Oh, my God. I was not expecting that. And also, 5 attempts taking almost an hour and a half? That's insane. Whew, no wonder I went crazy in the first Let's Play. Well, I say first, but you know what I mean. Game & Watch Gallery. Game Boy Gallery. I've been meaning to talk about it. We've had enough space from it now where I want to say I think that the games Game Boy Gallery has to offer, I think that's the best way to experience those. Unless you're going for, you know, Game & Watch authenticity or something. Because I think that having the music and the old school graphics, but they're still updated and they're fluid animation-wise, like that's the best way to play Manhole, best way to play Ball, Flagman, all of that. I think that's the best versions of all of those games. And the music is so good. Whoever the composers are at Tosei, the developer of this series, they're amazing. And I'm glad they got credit for this series because they don't want credit on most games they work on, but this is one of their big 2 series they actually wanted credit for. But again, Gunpei Yokoi, designer of this game, gets no credit. Which is just... why? That's mean. He just died, too. Like, people call him the one that saved Nintendo from bankruptcy. He's the one who got Nintendo into the toy industry. Which, of course, got them into the arcade industry. Which, of course, got them into the home video game industry. And they're the ones who saved the video game industry. And that is all thanks to... well, of course... you can't count out Hiroshi Yamauchi, but that was all mostly thanks to Gunpei Yokoi. Well, and the game Donkey Kong, so Miyamoto had a lot to do with it, but of course, Yokoi had a lot to do with Donkey Kong. He mentored Miyamoto at first, and Sakamoto, I believe, the creator of Metroid and Kid Icarus. Oh, so it makes me sad that he's gone. I want to read more about him. After reading Ask Iwata, you know, that was my first... well, of course, I listened to the audiobook for Reggie Fils-Aimé's book, but it kind of made me like him less. It seemed like he was kind of a bigot. It was kind of like my great uncle's book where, like, even successes and failures and something were in the title, but he didn't talk about failure at all. The closest thing to a failure my great uncle wrote about in his autobiography was... like how he broke his arm so he couldn't win the state baseball game or something. That's not a failure. But Iwata's book was quite good. Of course, it wasn't by Iwata, but it was his words. You get the picture. You know, compiled by the staff of Shigesato Itoi. So, you know, creator of my favorite series of all time, Earthbound, aka Mother. I had some other things to talk about this. Trying to remember. It's been so long since I talked at all, but... oh, damn, we made it to almost 1,200. Whatever, I'm going to see the highest score I can get. The other Let's Play I did, you know, the guy just stopped every time he reached 1,000, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I want to see how high I can go. You know, it's a high score-based game. The score's going to be logged forever. It just feels kind of mean to myself to... these scores are going to be on these cartridges forever, unless I accidentally key in the... oh, the game actually is just looping now. Maybe I should end it. You know what? I am. I'm sorry, but now that I know Mrs. Start Over and everything, yeah, sorry, folks.